Yeah. What happened? For some reason, my mouse got set to 6,000 DPI, and I don't really understand. I'll have to give Steven Universe a shot. It's one of those shows like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is also really good, but it got really unfunny really fast. That the fan... Dan Harmon has that trend where, like, something he's making is really funny in the beginning, but then, like, as it gets further into seasons, they just get significantly less funny. Like, Dan Harmon is like a sprinter. That fan base kind of ruined it for me before I could watch it. As my advice with everything, ignore the fan base, watch it. It's really good. It's really, really good. My biggest problem with Steven Universe, and probably why I wouldn't say that it's better than, like, Adventure Time or, Avatar, is because when they're putting out the show, they took, like, month-long hiatuses, like, months. They would put out like 5 episodes and then be like, all right, hiatus, because Cartoon Network was fucking them. They were fucking that production. So Steven Universe had so many hiatuses that you just couldn't watch it when it was coming out. So I watched it. I watched all of Steven Universe up until, like, I won't say what happens, but the thing that happens with Lars. A little bit after that, which is near the end of the show. I watched it all the way up till then, and then they took a giant hiatus, and I was like, I just can't watch the show until it's finished. So I patiently waited for it to be finished, and for Steven Universe Future to be finished, and now they're done, so I'm going to watch them. If there's anything that I'd recommend you watch, it's Steven Universe, Avatar, and Adventure Time. Even beyond cartoons, I think they are legitimately some of the best sources of media ever created. I think they're some of the best single things in media ever made. Gravity Falls is up there too, but Gravity Falls should have had another season. They should have went for one more season for Gravity Falls, and I will never give up that fight. Gravity Falls deserved one more season, just one. It should no more than just that one. I respect them for ending the show. It needed one more season. Just one. Just one. And then it would be the perfect show. But they didn't. I don't understand why the network's canceling great cartoons. It happened with Korra, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls. It's, because, kids... that's where I couldn't go. It's kids' attention spans, or at least that's what they think. Because the show is connected between the episodes, so if you don't watch the whole show, then you don't understand. And that doesn't really work on TV as much as it does on, like, Netflix, which is why Netflix is getting all the rights to Avatar and stuff. And is why I really want Netflix to start their own show in the Avatar universe. Korra was better than Avatar. I think in a lot of ways Korra was better than Avatar. I think that Legend of Korra improved on all of the parts that Avatar failed on, and vice versa. Combined, like, if you combine Korra and Avatar, they are, like, the best show. Like, best. I think they both do what the other fails to do. So, like, Avatar's animation wasn't 10 out of 10. It was really good, but it could have been way better. That was weird. Avatar was very... Hey, Apocalypse, how you doing? Avatar, The Last Airbender was... God damn it. Avatar The Last Airbender was very pressured to be a kid's show, where Korra wasn't. Korra is a lot more adult than Avatar, and that really does it justice. Even though it's still a kid's show. And I feel like they just improve on what the other fails at, and together they are amazing. But I still think Avatar is the better show out of the two. Teen Titans is another one that got canceled. Yeah, but that had a legitimate end. How many seasons did Teen Titans go for? Not enough. Still, it had a legitimate end, which is good. Want to hear your opinion on Dragon Prince when you watch it? I'll watch it eventually. It's just, like I said, it depends. Because, like, if I have to, like, pay full attention to a show, then I can't watch it right now. Because I need to spend that time editing. Ben 10 was another one of my favorites that has a bad remake right now. Ben 10 was, bueno. I need to rewatch Ben 10. I haven't watched it since I was a kid. Samurai Jack. It got finished eventually, but it got canceled. Hey, Plant, how you doing? OG Teen Titans had 5 seasons, 66 episodes. I feel like that's fine. Like, 5 seasons, that's enough. I think that's fine. And they had, like, a movie to end it. I think Teen Titans had a very good run. I think Teen Titans had a very good run. Even the Ben 10 sequel is really good. The one where he's a teenager, I watched some of it, but not too much.
Challenge me.
Where's my hello? Sorry, how you doing, Ace? I never watched Code Lyoko. Okay. 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 Get out of here, dog.
Help!
You're going to be all right.
Lord Sakai, you have my thanks.
You're safe now.
Take this. It's all I have.
I want to rewatch Jake Long, American Teen Dragon. American Dragon! My only memory of that show, even though I was really into it, my only memory of this show.
Home.
Home? Oh, this is where I'm from. All right, hang on, because I'm in the middle of a story. My only memory from American Dragon was I was sitting at the computer, and it was like a shitty computer. I wasn't playing like an American Dragon Flash game on Disney.com or whatever the fuck. I was sitting there and I was playing this American Dragon Flash game, right? And my sister, I guess she needed a towel or something, I don't remember. But she like yelled for me and I told her to hang on. And I remember she came out of the bathroom in a towel and unplugged the computer. And it was a Flash game, so it didn't save. So all of my progress was lost. I remember crying so hard because she came out of the bathroom and unplugged the computer. It was like, come on, man. Give me a minute. I don't know. That's my only memory of that show. Back at the Barnyard, an underrated classic. Probably the first cartoon to feature a trans character that was openly trans, but nobody knew. Because they didn't advertise it or mention it anywhere except for one time. The openly trans character. the humor in it and slapped. They even joked about it, right? Like, that was done really well. All I remember is mail time. I remember the scene where they were like, "Oh, you don't have a sister? That was you?" And the mail time. What if they did that intentionally though?
Also
It was
Mongols.
a cow that was a guy. Maybe not done intentionally to be trans, but
Where is it?
How dare you! Oh, young master. I feared you were dead.
I came as soon as I could. It's good to see you, Yuriko.
You look tired. Are you hungry?
Not now. Thank you. The Khan's army must have marched past here. Have you had any trouble?
A few bandits. Nothing I can't take care of.
I've come for my father's... my armor.
You refused to wear it at Komoda Beach.
A lot has changed since then.
I hid it somewhere safe. Come this way. These old bones. I'll get Taichi to help.
hey
me.
Isaac, how you doing?
He's at the cemetery,
What's he doing there?
tending the grounds, gathering plants for my poisons. Keeps vermin out of our food stores.
I'm glad you're not alone.
I have a feeling I'm not the
What
vermin
about
that
Lord Shimura?
thinking about.
Alive. The Mongols captured him at Komoda.
What's on thinking for the host? And Isaac thinking for the host.
Others survived. And they're helping you?
A few. Lady Masako.
Good. She's been fighting alongside the boys since she was knee-high.
You'll have to tell me more about that someday.
But it's just the two of you?
A few others. Sensei Ishikawa.
I haven't seen him in years. Does he still act like he's the only one who knows how to do things?
Half the time he's right. But his aim is unmatched.
He would certainly agree.
I need to rewatch Futurama too. Sucks that almost none of these shows are licensed to streaming services. Futurama used to be on Netflix for a really long time.
Lord Sakai, you're back.
I wish I could stay. But I hear you're taking good care of Yuriko.
You've got that backwards, my lord.
Taichi, help me get the Sakai armor.
Go. I should pay my respects.
Hey,
Magna, thank you for the 8 months. How you doing, dog? I'm glad you're still enjoying your emotes and your balloons. And also, hey,
The weeds haven't been pulled.
I'm sorry, Yuriko.
Our lord finally returns and his home is a mess.
I'll fix it immediately.
Don't worry about that now. Let's make sure the armor is perfect.
hey. Puts arm on shoulder. Hey. The Echo carriage had big ass forehead. That's all I remember. That's all I remember too. Never got too into that show. Too big brain, literally, for my taste. Chillin', how's it going with y'all? Well, we just started. I'm doing alright. I have a feeling I'm about to lose my puffy pants. I never finished whatever just happened. I never finished regular show, but it was good for what I watched. I don't know. Maybe it's not for me, but I don't know. I never finished regular show though. I got pretty far though. Had to loot my own home. What is happening? What am I? Is it your father's grave? Oh. Was I not? Was I? Was not supposed to follow them. Was not supposed to follow them at all. No. What I was curious when they weren't talking. We were just dead silent, walking real slow. I was like, maybe I shouldn't be here, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Getting the armor? Yeah, they're getting the armor and I guess making it presentable. Getting slight deja vu. I feel like I know what's about to happen. I feel like I'm getting deja vu due to the trailers, but I'm getting slight deja vu. The third one. Oh. Leaves aid my father. Never find the third one. Oh, yeah. His grave close, his soul distant. Now, I am alone.
Leaves shade my father. His grave close, his soul distant. Now I am alone.
Remind me of that episode in Avatar where Sokka has the haiku rap battle with that old lady in the poetry club. The only thing I remember from that is the one line, "This is not that hard." That's all I remember. And I like just watched it. But I can't remember anything from that episode other than the brave soldier marches on. So, yeah. And that's what that reminded me of.
The armor's inside, my lord.
Thank you, Taichi.
Brave Soldier Boy still makes me cry. Definitely chokes me up. Or it needs to be on Netflix already. It's in August. I think it's August 12th. I might be wrong. Why is my dog barking right now? I might need to go check on my dog in a second.
Jin, help me.
Young master?
Are you alright?
Yes, just lightheaded. For a moment, I thought you looked...
Face us, coward!
Get inside.
I am so sorry. I will be right back. I need to make sure my dog isn't dying. Okay, sorry. I had to make sure. Seems good. Okay.
You also said you'd come crawling back home.
Hey everyone, hey Vitals, how are you?
Suffer a traitor's fate.
Checking out his dog plant? Yeah, I had to make sure he was okay. God damn it!
go.
Hey, Yam, how are you?
Lord Sakai,
Are you alright?
you butchered them. Is Yarikawa giving us
What are you talking about,
trouble again?
Avocado?
The Yarikawa rebellion was 20 years ago. Those men were with the Mongols.
Of course. Seeing you like that, I'm still shaken up. I need to catch my breath.
By the lake. Your favorite tree.
Yes. Come.
Isaac, thank you for the host.
You said earlier you've been making poisons.
Keeps the vermin
Also,
out
that
of our
emote
lives.
didn't work.
Can you make it stronger? Enough to kill a man?
No one deserves that.
Can you do it?
The effects in larger doses are ugly.
Good.
Oh, my lord. Sit with me a moment. Poison has never been the Sakai way.
No Sakai had to fight the Mongol Empire. I need every weapon we have. Tsushima can't afford anything less.
The Mongols have changed you, young master.
The world has changed.
My mother taught me about plants that heal, others that harm, even kill. But they must be consumed. How will you poison the invaders?
A blowgun and dots. I've read of their use by a Genji warrior who studied with monks from the west. Will you help me?
Promise me you'll remain the good man I know.
I promise.
I've looked after your every need since your mother carried you. I won't stop now.
All I need is something to make a blowgun.
Used to be a lot of reeds on the other side of the lake, where the old fishermen lived. Remember? You and your little friend gathered them to make little boats.
Ryuzo and I, we spent all day reenacting the Battle of Danora.
Be careful, Jin. I've seen fires over there at night. Not sure who it is.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon with reeds.
I'll wait for you here.
Okay. Do I swim? I'm swimming. Good man, no honor, my favorite story. Listen. My honor isn't gone, it's just lessened. Have you fought him again or not? No, we fought him that one time and he got away and we haven't fought him again yet. But probably about to fight him, so a very high chance. I mean, they were just straw hats. So, hang on. Let me look at this. Moderate increase to melee damage, moderate increase to health, increase the standoff streak by 1. Winning a standoff has a chance, 10% chance to terrify enemies. I don't know if I'll keep this. I don't know if I'll keep it. Like, actually use it. I feel like this is more of like a samurai playthrough style. Which is very much not what I'm going for. I might wear the Sakai mask though. I'd be down for that. I'll keep it on for now though. No, I'll keep this on for now too.
Right. The
Just for
old
this
fisherman's
quest.
home has been taken over by bandits.
Then I go on the Prince Zuko route. You know, you're kind of right.
That noise. Show me.
Hi. Good fuck, loser. Nailed it. I totally forgot about that part of Avatar: Last Airbender. What do you mean? Yeah, the reeds for blowgun, like these. What reeds? What reeds? Turn to the old fisherman's house. You mean these? Guess not. Cut him. I don't mean these catfish thing, the cattails.
Perfect for a blowgun. I'll get these to Yuriko.
Pampas grass, pampas, pampas. I like that there's a little path leading out to this tree. Very nice. A little gift altar. And a banner. My banner. I am incapable of boat. I like that there's a little insane. Alright, listen, just because I'm a mainland. Have you seen those videos of people biting out the cattails and them exploding into fluff? What? What do you mean exploding into fluff? Like the cattail exploding into puff? Or the person exploding into puff? Or both? How tall are you? 5'8", 5'9". Dino's approximately 3'2". It's true. He speaks the truth. Oh, hi. I hit the wrong button. Ah, manly. That's what I said. Not believe me? Think I'd lie? What is it? Circle, circle, triangle, L. Triangle, circle, circle. Damn it. I did? Oh. There we go. Oh. Oh, bamboo full. That's fine. My bow's fully upgraded. I assume she's in here. Somewhere. Oh, or not. Down here, apparently. You lied to me about not being cutie. Why are you lying about me lying? That's like a double lie. Multi-lie. Multi-lie. Oh. Fishy. I'm swimming with the fishy. I don't even know how to line, dummy. I wouldn't say that. I just don't like to. Oh, I forgot we went over here.
Jin, alone in the world.
Yuriko?
Excuse me, young master. You caught me thinking about Lord Sakai.
I try not to do that.
He loved you in his way.
Enough of the past. We have a blowgun and darts. All I need now is the poison.
Of course, young master. Come with me.
Don't lie to me, please. Pass.
I have a small camp where I gather plants and herbs for ointments
I don't like lying.
and poison. It kills vermin within moments.
Make it strong enough for the invaders.
May even be a truther. Well, I ain't calling you truther.
It's nice to ride with you again.
You and Lord Shimura taught me to ride. On that runt pony.
You sat so tall and straight in your little saddle, like you were the shogun himself.
I am the shogun. What do you mean? That's my goal. Yuriko wanted just one moment to be emotional, and Jin out here ruining. He's like, I try not to think about it.
Oh no, little Jin.
What's so funny?
I just remembered it was out here you nearly killed your uncle.
What?
You were 3 or 4. The poor man was trying to teach you how to hold your wooden kodachi. You wanted to chase butterflies.
I know the story. My uncle's black eye took weeks to heal.
Lord Shimura and your father laughed so hard, I fear they'd both choke to death.
I just
I don't
wanted to
remember my
hunt the
father's
flower.
life.
Why?
He lost his humor after your mother got sick. But you have your father's laugh. Here we are.
A gozamat and a campfire. You sleep out here?
Only when I spend the day foraging for plants. I'll look for the flowers we need.
Rest, Yuriko. I will get them for you.
Don't eat the seeds, they're poisonous.
I'm not a child.
I wasn't gonna.
Oh, I know. Remember how we gather flowers for your mother?
She arranged them for the little alcove at home.
That should be enough. Bring them to me, young master.
Okay, I'm gonna loot your supplies.
Your plants.
Good.
Just fucking runs up to the flowers and just fucking consumes the seeds instantly.
Make a
Why didn't you tell me that earlier? I was hungry.
Make sure the dose is strong.
It should do what you need. It's done.
You're sure he came this way?
The old woman has a camp around here somewhere.
Listen. Someone's coming.
Stay there, Yuriko.
Time to test out my new poison. My poison!
Let's see if this poison works.
He will regret what he did to Saddam.
It's a variety of poison darts.
I just want his head and the price that goes with it.
How much farther?
It's around here somewhere.
Poison dart kills enemy in a violent display.
Hurry up.
Tracks
I don't want
nearby
to lose him.
hospital or hostiles. Hospitals. Oh. Jesus. Okay. Damn, that was a lot worse than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting him to throw up his
hurt him,
guts.
Master?
Jesus.
Don't worry. I dealt with them.
Sometimes I forget you're a grown man.
I forget sometimes too. We should get back to the estate.
I'll stay. I need to straighten the place up.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Hush! You are not a child, and I'm old enough to take care of myself.
What other kinds of poison can you make?
Always so impatient. There is another. It causes confusion and rage. But the ingredients... what were they?
Try to remember. It sounds useful.
Apple. I
You're a
put the
good
poison
horse.
seeds inside. Three. Fuck yeah, make your opponents turn on each other. Gotta do it to them.
Leaves? No.
Red trees? Alright, let's go. Before we do this, let's go to... Let's go all the way down to here again. Let's teleport. Go to the armor. I don't know if I'm going to use this armor yet, but I would like to upgrade it. At least I would assume that's what the dart will do. What? Oh, make them attack each other? Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Agreed. I feel like that's a very... I feel like a lot of like open world stealthy kind of games have that exact thing where it's like they cause people to attack each other, you know? A confusion thing. I would like to upgrade this despite the fact that I might not use it. Apparently
I'll
I
see
can't
you
look at it
again.
here. I mean, look at it. Oh. Samurai half mask? Huh. Interesting. Or Sakai half mask. I don't know why I read samurai, Jesus. Cool. Hey, Sin, how you doing? How is everybody? I'm doing all right. Well, like, if I was doing a samurai playthrough, this would be 100% what I'd wear. But I'm not, is the thing. That's the problem here. But this is 100% what I would wear. Those horns are cool, so like, yeah, I really like them. I want to do... Sakai clan helmet improved. Interesting. Interesting. Are antlers considered horns? I guess. I guess. How does he see with that helmet on? You know? Good question. What if I went full on goth? I kind of like the white, but it kind of goes against his vibe. You need to see when you look cool. I mean, you have a point. Yeah, let's do. When was it? Rebirth. Put that on. Then put on your armor. I think this is what it looked like in the trailers. I think it was this one. Yeah. Think. It might have just been this one. I don't know. Hello? Hey T, how you doing? Weird. Yeah, the headband is going through his hair. Weird. Little nipple. What do I want to do? That looks stupid. Wish I had a non-weathered straw hat. Prayer's hat looks sick. One. Yeah, I guess you're right. Don't like how much it blocks the eyes. The best part about the straw hat that I'm wearing that it doesn't. I kind of like this one, even though it's not straw. Kind of like it. I missed some of chat. I missed some of chat. I missed some of chat. Oh yes, I did. Of you all that didn't answer my questions. And how you doing, dog? How's life? It's been a minute. I'm doing okay. How are all of you? A little tired, but I'm good. I just thought of the E-Bussy again. Dude, the name is so stupid, but I really like it. I don't know. I just don't like anything anywhere near as much as the patchwork.
I'm proud to help a true warrior.
Kind of looks different. It's like it's made of. It's like it's just metal. Interesting. Hey Talia, how you doing? Please tell me no one photoshopped Gary Busey onto it, like my BF suggested. What? E-Bussy. Hey Tamus, how you doing? Start a new job Monday, so yeah, I gotta be in bed by 10. What the fuck? 10? It's too early. It's too early to sleep. What the fuck? When do you wake up? I just don't like anything as much as I like the patchwork, man. I just like the patchwork. Into the patchwork. I don't know. Sorry, I'm doing good. Good. I'm glad. Trying to avoid my questions. Be there by 7:30. Jesus Christ. Go to bed at 5 a.m. That's the life. Be Busey's E Bussy.
Would you like to see what I have?
Such a fucking dumb name. Sakai clan armor. Wait, what? Oh, Sam. Oh. See. Let me look at it. Blood of the clan. I was kind of hoping that it would change the underbelly, not the metal. No. Ancestral force. Nah. Still want to know what this one is.
You.
Wait, what? You had different things. You had bow vanity gear, didn't you? No. I thought you had a different thing. Am I crazy? I thought you did. I'm crazy. Go to... Here. Wait, what's that? That gold. Wrapper? I didn't know I had any... Oh, because I got the thing. Let's go here. Hey, Cody, how are you? I sleep when I can no longer function. I go to bed. I try to go to bed at like 10. 10 maximum, but some days that doesn't work out. For instance, today I was probably up until 1. Partially unintentionally, so.
In darkness.
Lord of the Night. Did that just get rid of the logo? I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'll get it. I mean, like, I have a buttload of flowers. Not that big of a deal. Just get rid of the logo. Yeah, it literally just gets rid of the logo. Yeah. I like how it makes the under look. But nah. Alright, let's go down to... Where was it? Oh, there it is. Wonder if there's any more of these unique dye merchants. First day was rough. Got a headache partway through the day. Today was better. Tomorrow should be the last day of orientation. I'll finally get to know where they're gonna put me. I think you told me before, but I forget things very quickly. What is the job? What are you doing? Didn't have nothing, and then there was one more down here. Down here. Guy. Raw, thank you for the host. Oh, I still have that on. Whoops. Raw, thank you for the host. I don't know why that played twice. We called Ghostbusters.
It's difficult in these times, my lord.
Ghostbusters.
I'll see you again.
Always happy to help.
Here, I wanna... How do I do it? Oh. Traveler's attire will be equipped. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wind of Vanity. Because apparently I don't have all the things, and I'd like to have all the things.
Would you like to see what I have? Has anyone ever taken Castle
Oh, hang on. How you doing, Raw? And yeah, haha, thank you for the host. How you doing?
Only the best for you.
Okay.
May your hunts be successful.
Beat. I'm alright. How you doing? A little tired, but I'm good. I'm gonna take another sip of this monster. What's that? Oh. I thought everyone was just saying yeah haha for no reason. Yeah, we're all just mimicking the what am I calling it? The Koroks. Yeah haha! Good, how are you? Tired, but good. Doo-ba-dee-dee. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Ba-dee-ba-dee-dee. Exactly what I thought of too. Man titties? Or Koroks? I'm outside right now and there's a huge moth that flew at me. Now I don't know where it is. Sounds like you need to buy a gun. Yeah, ha ha! You found me! Proceeds to drop a rock on Korok. Wonder what happens. Oh, nothing. It just dies. Nothing happens. It just dies instantly. How did that feel, Avocado? Well, you know I didn't annoy you. I'm an MT at Intel? What does that mean? What does MT at Intel mean? Is it not here? Might be past here. I did this right. Yeah. Well, hi, Burb. Guide me. Take me to the place where I belong. Ring me. Hope it's not just a bandana. I don't want to. It's just a bandana. Looking like it's a bandana. It is indeed a bandana. Let me look at it. Yup, that's a bandana.
That's my look.
Manufacturing technician, what does that mean? Play the thing. Why won't you play it? You won't play it. Is it because of the mask? Oh, there you go. I look forward to the day when game developers figure out how to animate birds, right? I look forward to the day I mean, I've talked about it before. I feel like the next step, I feel like we've pretty much hit the point where graphics can't get much better. Like, we've gotten to the point where graphics just, they can't get much better than where they're at. Like, they're pretty much already at the point where they're as good as they're gonna be, you know? I think the next step is, no, I know. I've watched trailers. I still think that graphics are not gonna get much better than what they're at. Like, other than like increased frame rates, but I don't give a shit about all that. You don't know either. What do you mean? Point is, either way, I legitimately think that graphics cannot get much better than what they're at. I'm staying by that. You don't know either. But I think the next step for games are,
Please.
You'll be free soon.
My life is yours.
Be careful up there.
computers.
Take this.
So like CPUs, like what's the word? Like UI, AI. There you go. AI. I think the next step is to have more diverse NPCs. To have the NPCs kind of control themselves in a way. Have them be more unique and more human. I think that's the next step. Excuse me, I boiped. I think that's the next step for games. I think it's gonna be more technical than just like, oh, look at this reflection. You can see yourself in the water. Ha ha hee hee. You know? I think it's gonna be more like this NPC character, this person that you're fighting, or this massive enemy conglomerate, not only can deflect your moves, but they learn your moves over time. They learn how you play and adapt to your play style to make it more challenging. You know, that kind of thing. They're going to be more in line with the technical stuff rather than this game pretty. Graphics can definitely get better. Think about how good 3D animated movies look. That takes months of rendering without current hardware. Eventually, that level of detail will be rendered in real time for games. I'm not saying that it's not going to get better. I didn't say that. I said it can't get much better. Very different words. Very, very different words. They're pretty much at the point where, like, at any point where they get prettier than what they are, it's going to be very minimal. Meanwhile, like, because, like, look at PlayStation 2 compared to PlayStation 3. That is a massive graphical enhancement. Look at the PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. I wouldn't say that's massive. It's definitely better than it was on the PS3. PS3 games definitely don't look as pretty as PS4 games. Like, don't get me wrong. But, like, you look at, like, Last of Us 1 and compare it to Last of Us 2. Like, yeah, Last of Us 2 is prettier, but, like, Last of Us 1 is still a beautiful fucking game. You know? That's my point. The PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 ratio of, like, graphical enhancement is gonna be more in line with, like, look at the lighting on this tree. See how this shadow moves with the sun? Wow. You can see reflections in eyes. You know, it's like, that is very small shit in comparison to how it used to be. It's good, but we are still so far from photorealism. I don't think we need to be at that point. My point is, I think it's going to be more of a technical thing, and you can kind of see it with patents that are getting placed with games, where the AI that controls the enemies or the NPCs in general is going to grow and change drastically and just become better. Small shit is hard for developers. I'm not saying that graphics aren't going to change. You're hearing me wrong. I'm not saying that graphics aren't going to change. They're going to change and they're going to get better. I'm saying that's not going to be the biggest point of the next gen and so on and so forth. And you can see it with patents that are being placed and stuff like that. I think that NPCs and that kind of thing is going to be more of a priority, in my opinion. Great achievement of graphic optimization, working mirrors. I mean, basically. Like a logistic growth graph, changes become less annoying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There you go. That's a good way of saying that. The changes are becoming less significant because games are already, like, fucking beautiful. Now, with indie games, I'm sure that a lot of, like Ross said, I'm sure that this stuff is going to become easier in time. It's going to slowly become easier to create a game that is on level to Ghost of Tsushima for a smaller development studio. That I agree with. Like, over time, it is going to become easier to create products like this. But quality-wise, I feel like it's pretty much, it's getting close to, like, max. Like, you know? AI is gonna be the next big thing that game's over. We don't need to be there at all, but my point is, like, we will look back at graphics now the same way we look at PS2 graphics in 20 years. That's fair to say.
Come here and fight.
In 10 years, do you think we will still have a traditional consoles like we do now, or will it be service-based? I assume you mean, like, the cloud, like xCloud or Stadia. I think there will always be a place for both. Honestly. I think there will always be a place for both. Because in reality, like, people are, including me, including myself, people are looking at the, nice. People are looking at the Xbox Series X and being like, I don't want that. Why would I want that? They have no games. That's not the point of the Xbox Series X. That's not the selling point. That has never been the selling point. They've never said that, you know? That's not the selling point of the Xbox Series X at all. The selling point of the Xbox Series X is the exact thing that people keep complaining about. The Xbox Series X is a computer. Like, for all intents and purposes, the Xbox Series X is a computer. It just is. And in order to build a computer that is of the same caliber as the Xbox Series X, performance-wise, is like double the price. It's like double the price of the Xbox Series X to create a computer that is of that power.
My armor will dull the Mongols' weapons.
So it's very I very much think that there will always be a place for consoles. One, because not everybody has $5 million to spend on a super powerful PC and would rather spend $500 for a pretty powerful PC that only does games. And honestly, I think that, and this is a stretch, I think that probably people like Intel, or it's probably going to be Intel. Like, I'm just going to be real with you. It's probably going to be Intel. This is a very Intel thing to do. One of these days, they're going to put out a processor. Hang on. One of these days, someone like Intel, probably Intel, is gonna put out a processor that is going to be specifically for gaming. They're gonna put out a processor that is like, this is a gaming only processor. This does not browse well. It does not render well. It doesn't do anything except games. Like, one of these days they're gonna put out a processor that's like that, and there's going to be computers that are basically just streaming machines or gaming machines, basically. But that's just like, that's a theory based off of nothing. I don't know, but I legitimately feel like that could happen. They're gonna release a processor that is like, this is a gaming processor and nothing else, and computers are gonna turn into consoles. I haven't paid much attention to that, but I think I get you. You should definitely be paying attention to that. Xbox Game Pass is like the best deal in gaming. I'm probably gonna cancel my Spotify subscription and get into Game Pass. Like, Xbox Game Pass is amazing. I think in terms of how graphics will mostly be optimization, making it less time consuming and costly to get realistic high graphics. I agree. Although I'm not saying that Raw or Isaac or anyone else is wrong. I agree. Like, graphics can get better. I'm not saying they can't. That's not my point. I'm saying that they are at a point where they don't need to. And every single like enhancement that we see within the next probably decade, I wouldn't say 20 years, because I think you're right. Maybe 20 years is too far, but in the next decade, it's going to be small enhancements. And I think that if you look at games in a decade from now, and you look back at games like this, like things like stuff like things like, I hate that his sword clips through his hat. That's gonna be the complaint, you know, or ew, his arms went through his hat in that animation. You know, that's gonna be the complaint. It's not gonna be, wow, this grass looks gross. Man, his eyes, so unrealistic. It's gonna be, wow, I can't believe his bowstring is going through his hat. That's gonna be the complaint. Graphically. At least that's what I think. But who knows? I very much think we need to be paying attention to the CPUs more. The NPCs more, rather. Someone named Wet for Jesus is in my recommended channels. I sound like you need to leave my stream and go to theirs. What the fuck? If you get that Microsoft bought Skype and operates it at a loss because it allowed them to have all its technologies, selling things at a loss for a period of time can be good for competition market. YouTube is at a loss. I don't know if they are anymore, but YouTube sold at a loss for a really long time. YouTube didn't make money for a very, very long time. YouTube didn't really make money until they sold out to Google. Twitter doesn't make money. I don't think Twitter makes money today, like still, to this day. I don't think Twitter makes money. Amazon didn't make money, yes?
I'm a lurk, but I love your booty, and chat's booty less than 3.
Thank you for 13 months, Tasty. How you doing, dog? Most of the successful, businesses that are like household names, initially sold at a loss. Oh, hi. Here, one more. Good bumble. Look, have a good lurky. I love you. Mwah! Thank you for the 13 months. I hope you enjoy your emotes and your blades. AI is already there. The developers are not doing the full work because it takes a fuck ton of work for graphics. Even the little shit matters because all this, mirrors, graphics, shit people make fun of is a huge deal because it's a pain in the ass to do. This next gen will show everything. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it'll get easier to do those things. It's not going to be a graphical enhancement. It's going to be a quality of life enhancement. And I know those AIs are already there. I know that. They're just not that great. And they're going to get better. The next gen will show everything that the past 30 plus years of game development will show. For developers, it'll test them to the extreme, while the audience, you, will be complaining about every single little shit in games. So expect games to be developed for a longer time than before if you want something new or something better than before. Expect games to be separate entities completely with service updates every time. I partly disagree with your statement, but in a way that I agree with it. Where you're saying the thing that you're saying, this line, graphics, mirrors, shit people make fun of is a huge deal because it's a pain in the ass to do. That line right there, just that one line, that pretty much is like majority of what you said was just restating that line right there. What I'm saying is that stuff is going to become more convenient, and you can see that with this SSD that PlayStation is putting out. Not so much with Xbox. Xbox is literally just, look at how powerful our console is. I disagree, and by disagree, what I mean is agree. Yeah, it's a disagreement, but by agreeing with what you're saying. I think that, and you can already see it with Sony's SSD, the console market is starting to care more about convenience. They want to make things easier for game developers so that games aren't developed for 10 years. They're trying to make things easier and leave things open-ended to give people more options. And I think we're going to start seeing that with more software in general. We're going to start seeing things become easier. Things that are not commonplace, like shadows or mirrors or particle effects or making all of this grass move individually. Stuff like that is going to slowly but surely become easier and easier for game developers to do. And we'll move into the indie market because it's becoming easier and easier to do. A big thing that is hard for game developers, and mocap has fixed this a little bit, but it's still a big issue with indie games mainly, is lip syncing. Lip syncing in games over the last 10 years alone has become so much better than it was over the last 10 years. So much better. To the point where games like Last of Us, when they speak, their lips match exactly what the person is saying. And that's mostly because of mocap. Slowly but surely, that is going to become a thing that is easier to do for everybody. Without the use of mocap, I think that lip syncing or facial animation in general is going to be vastly improved in this next 10 years. To the point where it's going to become a focus. What Raw was saying, where I don't remember exactly what you said, but you said basically, we are so far from real life. We want to make things look more human. If you look at Jin's face, and I know he's wearing a mask right now, but if you look at Jin's face, that he's now looking away from the work with me here. He doesn't look human. Like, he looks very dead in the face. Like, he doesn't show a lot of emotion. All of the characters don't. I think out of everyone, I think his name's Ishikawa. He's the one that shows the most emotion. Overall, all of these characters, they don't show that much emotion in their faces. Their faces don't move that much. I think stuff like that, to make that better, will slowly but surely become easier for game developers to create. Okay, let me just TLDR what I'm saying, because I feel like I'm talking in a circle. I think that this next 10 years of gaming, and you can see it with this current consoles, with these current consoles that are coming out, I think this next 10 years is not going to be focused on making the games look better, but instead focused on making it easier for developers to make the games look better. You know what I'm saying? It's going to become easier to create the little like tessellation effect on the fur in the background of that guy's like arrow quiver thing. That fur right there is going to become easier to model. The little like straw that's on Jin's cape right now that is all moving around is going to become easier to create that effect because of the way that game engines and console hardware is evolving. And if you don't believe me, look at Unreal Engine 5 ? I think it's 5. If you don't believe what I'm saying, look at Unreal Engine 5 and tell me I'm wrong. Because that is exactly what Unreal Engine 5 is focused around. So I bet whatever I need to get is up there. I missed the jump. So you think change will be geared towards the devs? Yes. And because they're geared towards the devs, more games will look as beautiful as this game, which then will be for consumers. Because every day, more and more people become game developers, whether it's indie developer or otherwise. Every single day, we are getting more and more people in the game development field. I think this next 10 years will go just like the last 50 years of media. And what I mean is all media technology will be pioneered by the porn industry like it always has been. This game will make you come in 5 minutes. And it's just Overwatch. I'm going in the game dev field. So are a lot of people. Have fun with Don't Starve, Avocado. I'm gonna assume it means right here. Seems like I got a lot of the customization. I just missed a few. I have to be able to do this shrine. Just seems like I'm missing a few. Bandanas. I don't know, man. It's impossible to really know where game development is going to go in the future. Technology, like, develops so fast. You guys were talking about VR.
You're a good horse, Nobu.
And I've talked about that before. VR is kind of easier to tell where VR is going to go. The big problem with VR, and the reason why VR isn't more popular, is because VR doesn't work like consoles. It's kind of easy to tell that of why it's like that. The way that consoles work, especially Sony, is they sell at a loss. So let's say the PlayStation 5. Let's say the PlayStation... Oh, I see the hat. Let's say the PlayStation 5 costs $600 to make, right? Let's say it costs a total of $600 to make and produce, right? They will then sell the console, and this is how it's worked for generation upon generation. They will then... What is different about this hat than the other hat? This one. I guess it's a little lighter. It looks exactly the same to me. Like a little bit of a lighter wood. That is barely any different. Say they sell the PlayStation 5 costs $600 to make, right? they will then sell the console for $550 or $500. So at a $50 to $100 loss. I'm pretty sure the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 4 was about a $40 or a $50 loss. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. This one I might not be able to get. That is then made up in the games, and it's the same story for Steam. That money that they lose from selling the console at a loss is then made up for the games, which is produced by Sony. So every single game that you see pop up with that PlayStation logo, which is now I think PlayStation Studios is their new studio. So it'll say like PlayStation Studios. PlayStation gets a cut. They get a cut of that money. And because that game is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, you then bought the PlayStation 5, which is a net loss for them money-wise. There you go. You then bought the PlayStation 5 for a net loss. You are now in their ecosystem. Every single game that you buy from then forward, PlayStation gets a cut of that money. I don't know the exact cut. I don't think anybody does. I don't remember Steam. Someone correct me. I think it's 30%. I think Steam gets a 30% of every game you buy on Steam. Someone correct me. I don't think that's right. Might be like 22. Something like that.
Throw your blades.
So my point here is because the VR genre, I guess, ecosystem is outsourced, because like Oculus Rift, Vive, you know, because of that, we aren't going to see like an increased market in VR as long as it's like that. The reason it's like that is people are trying to get in the industry, and you can kind of see that with consoles in the beginning too. Like look at the NES. There were a lot of other consoles around when the NES was being made. A lot, including the most popular, the Sega brand of consoles. I don't remember which one that is. I think that was the Genesis. Was the OG Inc? Maybe it was just called the Sega system. I don't remember. There were a lot of consoles back then. And you don't really hear about a lot of them. You don't really know about a lot of them other than the NES or the Sega system, is because all the others failed. All of the others failed. There are a lot more VR systems than just Oculus Rift, Vive, whatever the fuck Steam's is called, I forget. There are a lot of other VR systems other than like those three, the PSVR, those four. But the Index, that's what it's called. But you don't hear about them because they failed. They're failing. And that's my point. So because VR is so, for lack of a better term, young still, because VR is so early, it's going to be a niche market for a very long time until there is a studio that comes out with VR that is also producing VR games and is able to sell their VR system like PlayStation is doing for $200 or something like that at an extreme loss that is then made up by them producing games that then make back their money. So until then, until there is a set in stone system like that is similar to the consoles in that way, VR is going to continue to be a niche market. Because I'm just going to say it frankly, there are very few people that are willing to spend $800 for VR. I'm not. Yozen's blindfold. I'm not. I don't want to. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Like, I'm not gonna spend $800 for a VR. I'm not gonna spend $600 for a VR. I'm not gonna spend $500 for VR. It's just not worth it right now. The money does not equal what VR is worth right now, because of the games. Like, there's a few bangers, you know. Beat Saber, of course. You can't mention VR without mentioning Beat Saber. Like, come on, it's Beat Saber. Or Half-Life Alyx, you know. There's a couple bangers in there. I'm not denying that. But overall, like, it's just not worth it right now. Because there aren't more games like Beat Saber or Half-Life Alyx. A lot of the games are just like, hey, stand in one place and shoot a gun. This is a wave-based shooter. A lot of games. Because there's not anybody other than PlayStation that is like, and Oculus is doing a little bit, I guess. There's not anybody other than Oculus and PlayStation that are like producing the games specifically for their console and selling them at a loss. And a lot of that probably comes because it's PC based, honestly. We are in the wild west of VR. I feel like I took a really long time to get to that point. I'm sorry. I feel like I took a really, really long time to get to that point. I didn't mean to do that. I'm hidden. I'm hidden. I'm hidden. Oh, I'm not hidden anymore. There are heaps of other good VR games if you look around. I've been looking at them recently. I get you. But the problem is marketing. It's impossible for the general consumer to know about those good VR games unless they look around. And that shouldn't be a thing. When I say Iron Man VR, you probably know what I'm talking about. That is my point. When I say Iron Man VR, you probably know what game I'm talking about. And there's a reason for that. Because PlayStation has marketed for that game. Iron Man VR looks so good. I hope it is, even though it's been delayed 5 million times. But when I say PlayStation VR, you probably know what game I'm talking, or when I talk about Iron Man VR, you probably know what I'm talking about. And that's because it got marketing. And marketing is very important. Good night, Tamus. Have a good sleepy. I love you. Mwah! I only heard Iron Man VR once or twice. Yeah, they only marketed it a few times. But that's enough. I have not heard of it. Interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because I'm in the industry. I have no idea what game I'm talking about. Maybe it's just because I'm in the industry. I don't know. My point is, VR is a very niche market, and I wish it wasn't. You're not... Hang on. You're not talking about looking at big anime titties in VR chat that are actually being controlled by big, sweaty 45-year-old men. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What do you mean? Big, sweaty 45-year-old men. Saw it advertised on the PlayStation Store. I saw it advertised on one of the PlayStation State of Directs. State of Directs, yep. The inside of directs. Yes. Good night, Tamus. Have a good sleepy. I love you. Mwah! I don't know, man. I want games to be good. And I want it to be easy for game developers to make them good. You know? Is that too much to ask for? Maybe I'm talking about out of my ass about all this stuff. Maybe I'm wrong about everything. Possible. Oh. Didn't let me trigger that one. I'm talking about my ass and all this stuff. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. I just want games to be good. And I feel like looking at current hardware, you can kind of see the direction that it's going. At least for the next couple years. I'm really excited for this, that was awkward. I'm really excited for this, new PlayStation, SSD over all else. Like, that's what I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for this new, PlayStation, SSD, and I really hope that this, it inspires other SSD developers, like the hardware developers for PC. I'm hoping that it inspires them, and we get a revolution in SSD technology. Because honestly, if you ever wanted to upgrade anything on your PC, I'd recommend you do the SSD. It makes a world of a difference. There's nothing more valuable than time. And that SSD will save you time. So. You games to be good? Wow, okay. You just had to take it too far, didn't you? Sorry, I can't support you anymore. With that hot take right there. I know. So controversial, dude. SSDs are already on the way out. NVMe are the next thing. I mean, I feel like they already are the thing. I don't think they're the next thing. I think they're already the thing. But... Ah! Hey, Pastor, how are you?
Someone there? Come in.
Don't do that, man. Whoa! Too expensive for the general public, really? I think I got mine, which was / is. I don't really know if there's better now. The second fastest SSD that you could own. I think I got mine for 120. I think, which isn't that bad for SSDs. Isn't that bad? 120 for an SSD, that's not that bad. I think I got it for 120. I can't remember if I have a terabyte or a 500. I think I have a 500. I think the terabyte was too expensive. Damn it. Wow, then you stop. Fuck you.
We must set an example for our people by remaining true to our code and to ourselves.
The poison's just for now. After the Mongols are gone, I won't need it.
Yeah, I feel like if I didn't use the poison just then it would be an honorable playthrough, you know what I'm saying? get away from me, doggo. Ugh. Honor is fake news. Hey, Butch, how you doing? Were we aiming for an honorable playthrough? I've been saying that I think I might do a second playthrough when it comes to either PC or PS5. Where we do a full-on honor playthrough, full-on like samurai honor playthrough. Already got this one apparently. Wait, I've been here? Fuck. Been here? Alright, let's do... What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Give me. Give me different poison, right? Yeah. What do you give me? Oh. Legend increase? Legend increase. Okay, well. You're optional, so. But first...